Live from Hong Kong with the very latest. This latest crackdown particularly brutal. What do we know about what's happened?
A very tough and very brutal crackdown is underway as police open fire on anti-coup and pro-democracy protesters across Myanmar. In Dawei, this is a town in southern Myanmar, Reuters reports that at least one protester has been shot and killed. In Yangon, this is Myanmar's largest city, Reuters reports that another protester has been shot and killed. We're monitoring local news reports saying that 5 protesters there in Yangon have been shot and wounded, with reports of 5 student protesters being arrested. And we have been monitoring social media video that's managed to get out of the country. In it, you see the police moving in on groups of protesters, and you hear the chilling sound of gunfire and shots being fired. Now, all this comes a day after the military fired the UN ambassador who had represented Myanmar. The ambassador defied the military when on Friday he made an impassioned plea to the UN General Assembly asking for immediate international action to overturn the coup. During that plea, he used that 3-finger salute that we've been seeing protesters use today inside Myanmar, in the streets of Myanmar. He also received a rare round of applause from his UN colleagues. Another thing to look out for is on Monday, Aung San Suu Kyi, the deposed leader, she will be in court via video link. She has been charged first for the illegal import of 6 walkie-talkies, as well as violating a natural disaster management law. The military deposed her, seized power in a military coup in February 1. It is claimed without evidence that Aung San Suu Kyi and her party, the NLD, won the election in a fraudulent manner for 3 weeks running now. Every day, we have seen these anti-coup, pro-democracy strikes and protests take place, despite the fact that the military and the police have been using truncheons, batons, water cannon, tear gas, stun grenades, rubber bullets, and even live ammunition. These protesters continue to take to the streets asking for the reversal of the coup. Back to you, Michael.
Incredible bravery. I mean, you've had the US, the UK, others all calling for Aung San Suu Kyi's release, the restoration of democracy. And they've also imposed sanctions aimed at the military junta and particularly its business interests. The question being, will those sanctions work? It certainly doesn't look like the military's in any mood to back down.
It doesn't look like that. And sanctions have been applied before and quite recently under the Trump administration in 2019, when sanctions were slapped on the military general, the military leader, as well as 3 other generals there. And they went ahead, seized power in a coup on February 1st of this year anyway. There is that fear that international pressure through the form of sanctions is not going to sway the military junta from releasing Aung San Suu Kyi, restoring democracy, and reversing the coup. There's also this additional concern that further isolation would push Myanmar further into the orbit of China. As you know, China has vast interests, assets, One Belt, One Road assets and investments inside Myanmar. And when that coup took place on February 1, and many nations, especially in the West, condemned it, China used not so harsh language, calling it a major shuffle, a cabinet reshuffle. Back to you.
Kristie Lu Stout in Hong Kong. Thanks, Kristie.